for us, as our kids were getting older, our parents were getting older, our family was evolving as families do, and we needed a house that would meet all of our needs in the location that we wanted it.
We were driven to have enough room for everybody that we wanted to share under one roof, looking to have a multi-generational home. And coming up to this area was driven by being close to where our son started high school.
For me, the must-haves were, we must have enough room. We're coming from a fairly good-sized home. We've got, we must have enough closet space, and we've lived in some homes that didn't have the closet space that we needed. We must have an area where we can go to enjoy ourselves in our home. We must have an area that where we can work in our home if we need to. And so it was just, for us, it was a matter of having enough space that folks could have their own space, and that we could get the things done in terms of work, school, and everything else, that we have areas to get all of that done.
And the home that we're leaving, our kids each have their own room. We have just 2 children, and past them being little, they need their own rooms because they're a boy and a girl. As close or far apart in age, they couldn't share a room. So we needed to make sure that they could each still have their own room, and then bringing other family members in meant a lot of bedrooms. So that was, challenging to think about that. And then also the notion of bringing together sort of 2 generations of a family, wanting to have space where we could all gather and have a typical family space, but then also not make people feel like when they wanted to gather as a family, it would always have to be together. So we sort of wanted a home big enough that there would be multiple, family spaces. So we could be together but be separately together, if that makes sense. So it's challenging when you start to go out and look. We were not focused necessarily on having to build a home, but we quickly turned to needing to look to build a home because it's hard to find homes like that are already built when you have a geographic area that you've narrowed it down to. Well, it was definitely geographical, but there's a lot going around in this Olney area. After geography, we did look at other builders, and quite frankly, people will say they have multi-generational floor plans, and they do, but it's really designed for people who bring, mother-in-law in. It's like a little add-on, a room and a bathroom stuck on the side of the house, or a nanny au pair suite. And it really wasn't what we were aiming for. We needed a little more than that. Our family is unique in that I have a sister that was also coming with this multi-generational home, who's lived with my parents since she was born. For developmental needs, she'll always live with one of our family members. And so just a little au pair suite or a in-law suite wouldn't do it. Other builders said, oh yeah, we can work with you. You talked to them for 10 or 15 minutes and it was clear that they couldn't. And I never really understood the differentiation between custom and semi-custom. I'd looked around for some land thinking, oh, maybe we'll just have a house built from scratch, and thought, I don't know that we have the capacity. Just time, that's a very time-consuming enterprise because you are starting from scratch. So when we discovered you, it was just like, really serendipity and luck, in that Williamsburg was the right intersection of a custom home builder and a track production home builder. When you walk in and there are beautiful floor plans already, and you can walk into a model and go, okay, I like this. But then somebody actually, when you ask a question and you figure out that au pair suite or that nanny in-law suite can really be expanded to a whole part of the house for another part of the family. That's what really sold me, was that true customization.